Hello, everybody. Guess what? We got a special guest here tonight, S.G.T. Stacking. He is not Sergeant Stacking. He is S.G.T. Stacking.
Thanks.
I welcome you, brother. Fellow Marine, Semper Fi. Thanks for coming up here.
Semper Fi, brother.
You know, we talked about what we're going to do is have some awareness. John Jacobs think I need to have awareness on my crayons, but I think before we jump into our topic today, we'll give everybody about 10 15 minutes. We can BS for a little bit. We got Gen X in the background because if you guys notice, a little bit different scenery here for us. We're trying a new product. I'm not gonna tell everybody what it is yet until we say we like it or not. So far so good, but there's a lot of buttons we're confused with. But while we're here, SGT, give everybody a little bit of background about yourself, if you don't mind.
Well, just so you guys know, some of you guys probably already know, my name's Oscar. So you guys feel free to call me that, SGT, whatever works. I'm from Chicago. Most of you already know that. I served in the Corps for about 10 years, a little bit over. And I am now a calibration technician. So I calibrate electrical equipment, all sorts of equipment.
So, but in the Marine Corps, if I'm mistakenly right, you were an 01.
Yeah.
Which people need to know, the 01s, you had to make friends with them. They're the ones that took care of your pay.
It was definitely an interaction between other like the S4 shops, the supply guys.
So, God, I totally forgot about the 4 guys and all that stuff. Man, so you just brought back some memories and stuff like that. Because it was one of those, I firmly believed you got to make good with people in the pay, the admin. You got to make good with somebody in supply, motor T, and where I worked in the electronics department. Because we get you some good stuff.
Yeah.
And there's our other devil dog, Deputy Gypsy Wolves. He's about 4 foot tall. He's got that Chihuahua syndrome, but don't worry, he's a good guy. We met him for the first time at the fun show back in January. Good guy, solid friend. I'm glad I got to finally meet him. After we get done chatting tonight, we'll probably bring some other Marines up here, or whoever, once we figure out where this topic is going to go. But Nick's Coins in here, Johnny Rainbow, Mark, Mary. I think Mary B. Is she here? If you come around more often, you'll start to like it is this big community that we got. Like I'm noticing a bunch of these people are coming up from your channel, which I really, really appreciate. Silver and Gold Stack Attack, Conscious Stacker. We got Mike and we got Bob. Whoa, I can't even pronounce that one. You want to try that one for me?
Wichkowski.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll just call him Ski.
he's
Angry Warrior. We know Angry Warrior.
Bob was a retired chief. He's a submariner.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, he was in the submarines.
Well, don't mind Gypsy. He's a little jealous because he's like, Gunny doesn't talk to me anymore. Gunny has been busy these last. We haven't streamed on the Tribe channel the last 2 weeks. I've just been, a word I really hate using, overwhelmed. Between job hunting, interviews, honey-do list, dad list, husband, blah blah blah. Just a lot going on since I've been working and catching up and stuff like that. Uncle Robert, living the dream, is here. Speaking of which, Uncle Robert, your coins are sitting right there, and I just remembered 10 minutes ago. Oscar, check this out. He was with us at the fun show, and he is living the dream. He lives in an RV, and he travels all over. He goes just wherever. And the guy he reminds me, he's like, there's Can Collectibles. He's my partner he and I run this Coin Tribe thing. He's on a bit of a sabbatical, but he might come up later because this is a surprise to him too because of Restream. But really cool. I'll get back to Can. But Uncle Robert sent in a few coins to get graded, and I mean, I'm dying to open them, and I keep forgetting. So me and the wife will go see him this weekend and make a video and let him open these coins. I believe it's his first submission ever. So, but back to Can. Hey, Can, we're not using StreamYard tonight. We're using a new one. I'm not going to tell everybody the brand yet until we're happy and we want to tell everybody, yeah, go give it a shot and try and use it. So that's how that goes. But now that we've I've rambled. The reason why I reached out to Sergeant Stacking here is he put out a video that really resonated with me, and we in the tribe, we do quarterly auctions to help wounded warriors, running for heroes, toys for tots, because that's a special one to you and I, and stuff like that. But and we also sit and we become family with this because everybody chooses to be here, and this is our family. And you hit on a topic that a friend of yours, and I'll let you go into detail with it, but resonated with me, and it's like something we don't talk about enough. And if you want, I'd like you to go ahead and take front stage and tell everybody what happened and what you want to what we need to do as a community. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I want to start off by thanking everybody that's here, especially those that came over from my channel. I appreciate the support. So, like I said, I served 10 years in the Corps, and I've met so many wonderful individuals. And in my second duty station, which was in Chicago, I was I&I. I was on I&I duty, and I met a lot of individuals, great people. And so that's where I met James. James Dillingham is his name. Um, he was a reservist, but he would often come on active duty orders to help out the station. And between him, I, and probably about 20 other individuals, we would do a lot of events around Chicago and Chicagoland area. So one of the biggest things we did was funerals. We would do folding the flag, we would do the rifle detail, you name it, we did it. Um, it was a good time. He and I, we definitely got to know each other a little bit better. Um, with these events, a lot of stress build up, and I had just came back from deployment. I went to Iraq right before getting stationed in Chicago, and I don't know what happened after I came back from Iraq. Um, I just started drinking a lot more. I drank a lot. And it was a thing that we did. I don't know if other Marines can relate, but I know there was quite a few that did not drink, because of their religion or whatnot. But the majority of us did, and we drank hard. And it was always a festivity. We were drinking, and according to us, we were drinking to celebrate. But somewhere along the line, I realized that I started drinking by myself, and that was not really normal for me. And it took many years to realize that I was actually coping. I was coping with some stuff that I never even addressed before. And when I was getting out, they make you take classes. They make you take they look through your records. They look through your medical records, and anything that you've that injuries or anything like that, they obviously compensate you for that stuff. And I remember them asking me if I wanted to claim PTSD, anxiety, depression, any of that stuff. And I was trying to be a police officer as soon as I got out. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. So back to when I was getting out, I told them, no, I don't want to claim that stuff because I've been told that kind of looks like you're not fit to be a police officer. So I didn't want anything like that to get in the way. And I just dragged it on. All the stuff that I was coping with, I just dragged it on for years, and just kind of was drinking my life away. Something I never really told people about me, and I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys. The reason why I got out, I would have done 20. I would have done probably more than 20 because I love the Corps. But unfortunately, I messed up. I had a lapse in judgment. I was drinking a lot, and unfortunately, I got behind the wheel and I got a DUI. And around that time, they were downsizing, so I just gave them a reason not to promote me. I didn't get kicked out or anything like that, but that was the reason for them not to promote me to E6, which I was right there in line to get it. If it weren't for that, I was ready to go. I mean, everything was perfect about me other than that. But it is what it is. I'm here now, and fast forward to last week, I got reached out to, somebody reached out to me. It was another Marine that we were with. even closer friend. He told me about James, and this Marine is actually still in. He's a gunny right now in Texas, and yeah, he told me about James, that he was in the VA hospital, which I go to here in Hines. Um, so I went the very next day, and I had no clue what I was walking into. I saw James just eaten up. I've never seen something so powerful like that. He wasn't he was conscious, but he really didn't recognize me. He didn't. I mean, granted, I did gain a lot of weight, but he didn't recognize me. He didn't really communicate well. He would just shake his head, and he was in a lot of pain. I could see it. So I found out after talking to his wife, because I wasn't going to get any details from him, and I didn't want him to. I kind of wanted to just let him rest because he looked like he was in a lot of pain. So I talked to his wife, and his wife told me everything. You know, he was drinking a lot, and since I had left that duty station, my last one was in San Diego. Since I left that duty station, he didn't stop. He just kept drinking even more, probably more than me. Last year, he was diagnosed with liver disease, and they really didn't coach him well, from what I understand. And so for a whole year, he was drinking with having this disease, and and yeah, just he went into the VA hospital December 6th, and to go check. I guess he had gotten some testings done, and him and his wife were actually walking into the VA to get the results, and that's when they got the call from the doctor saying that don't even bother going to talk about the results, just go straight to the emergency room, because they saw his count of white blood cells were really high, and his red blood cells were really low. I guess that's an indication that there is something wrong. So he went to the emergency room, and he just never left. He never went back home, and that's where he died. So, which was like 3 4 days after I seen him. I was telling everybody. I was the first person to go see him out of the Marines that were around here. But I was telling everybody that this is what I saw, and he doesn't look good. And his wife even told me, like, if you know anybody that wants to come see him, now's the time to do it, because we don't know how long he's going to be here. And sure enough, another Marine and I were going to go down there Sunday morning to talk to him or see him, but we woke up to the news that he passed at 3 a.m. So I just want to talk about that, because drinking it started fun. It was a festivities thing, but like I was telling you in the story, it ended up being more of a coping mechanism for me. I'm not going to say that's for everybody, but for me, and it's just something I think we need to be aware of why we're doing it, and obviously to be a little smart with it. Um, yeah, you don't want to end up with that disease, or anything like that. So I'm sorry. I see the chat going, and I appreciate everybody for the kind words. I kind of just skimmed through them, but yeah, that's where we're at.
And that video you put out last week just resonated with me, because like I witnessed a bunch of that in the military. um, I remember towards the end of my career, right before I retired, a friend of mine who was a first sergeant, and he told me he'd pound a 6-pack on the way to work. He's good now, but these were those times. When was this? 2010, around 2010, 2009, before I retired. He told me he was just busting a 6-pack down before he even went to work. PT'd, had a 6-pack of beer in his fridge at work. Just he couldn't let it go. And like some people, they can't get out of that rabbit hole. Luckily, he's able to. I've lost contact with him, but those that we all know each other say he's doing fine. So, with your friend, I believe you said James, some of them, it grabs a hold of you and you can't get out. And that's why I wanted to get up here with Oscar and say, let's get some word out, because we're two different YouTube channels, but yet we're Marines. You and I just, we can hit it off like that. That's easy for you and I.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, I'll see everybody in the chat. Put a 1 in there if you got my cell phone number, because I've said, I can't tell you how many times, if somebody's having a problem, call me. I'll drop what I'm doing and talking to you. You know, I'll talk you down off that cliff. You know, stuff. I mean, anything, because you know we've had tribe members going through it. We call it, and we've been here for them, and it takes a lot. I mean, like you too, man. You got the man thing inside you. You know, you don't want to show that vulnerability and stuff like that. But you know, there's a lot of times where, my personal opinion, going through what I've been through, you got to. You know, I mean, it's okay to ask for help. You know, especially where, I mean, how old am I? I'm 50, 52. I don't remember. You know, 52, and I witnessed all kinds of different things between drugs, alcohol. There was one of your members was at campaigns, and then he pulled that first slot machine. He said he was hooked and he's homeless. Oh, that's another one. You know, there's so many different things that feed our inner demons that we wish didn't. And I wanted you to come up here and just to say like that, you know, if we get two channels together and stuff like that, look, we're all friends. Call us, email us. Everybody knows my email address. It's easy. gunniesquarterdeck@gmail.com. Email me. Give me your phone number. I'll talk to you. Because it stinks when people do go through this, and that happened with your friend, you know. But the positive side to this, you know, and I it still stinks to say this, but he's in no more pain. Now he's on that next journey, and, you know, looking down on us and making sure we do the right thing and stuff like that, you know. And there's just so many places to contact now, you know, with all that's going on, you know, between 911, NA, AA, gamblers, and, you know, all of it. There is a source out there for everyone, you know. I swear to God, you probably heard this too, since you went through your DUI. I was quote unquote in an alcohol related incident, but it was really ridiculousness. And then one of the first questions somebody asked me, goes, "Are you alcoholic?" And I said, "No." Oh, denial. I was like, "What?" You know, that's the military way of doing it. I was like, denial? Yeah. What? Okay, whatever. Had to go through this alcohol class the whole time. I'm like, I don't have a problem, dude. I'm okay. But you know what? Either way, finally putting all the BS aside, I was like, I'll be darned. I hated thinking like this. I'm going, I don't have it so bad hearing all their stories. I'm saying this internally, but I need to sit there and listen to these people and possibly help them, you know.
And something else too is, you know, there's always somebody that's worse than you, and I totally agree. But it can be, you know, it can happen to us very quickly, and without us even knowing that we can get there too. You know, and that's somewhere we don't want to go.
No. And what, you're gonna have to mind me. My cat likes to be my buddy. This is Diana. Let everybody know she's grabbing onto my table. Okay, hi Diana. Okay, say hi. Okay, go ahead. Okay, go. But one of the ones that got my attention is somebody was in there in this meeting, and he said, "Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm 40 years old." And I kind of said, "I'm sorry, what?" He looked like he was 70. Okay. And that's how bad. I mean, for an example, you ever look at Keith Richards? Wow. Okay. He looked bad. He looked like Keith Richards, but he told me he said he was 40 years old. And I was like, oh my God, dude, wow. You know, internally just going, oh my God, you know, I've never, you know, never got a DUI, never gotten an accident, you know, anything, fighting, any of that junk. Arguments, sure, but never was it so bad to where I couldn't put the booze down, you know. I drink enough to lately where I don't even drink enough to call myself a drinker anymore. There was a time where I did it. It was just like I think you said, it was just out of sheer boredom. You know, I was bored, but I stayed home. Not everybody can do that. People get drunk and go, I can drive my car better drunk than sober. Okay.
You know, that DUI really flipped my my life around. And at first it was just like I felt like my life was over. But I think it was actually a blessing in disguise, because I was absolutely insane here in Chicago. I mean, I had booze with me in my car, and and we would go out at night, and I would always take a quote unquote roadie. Um, the only problem is I was the one driving,
Yeah.
um, but I appreciate that the cop actually did that. He took me in and he held me accountable, um, because it changed my life. I didn't want to get out. Hadn't not been for that, I would have probably never met my wife. So I'm grateful, because I have a beautiful
Mm.
family now. And if I would have never met my wife, who knows where I would be? I probably wouldn't be alive, to be honest, because I would had no intentions of stopping. Um,
Right.
yeah. So
I mean, I can honestly say, I've not been down that far into it. I was in my own little boredom and stuff like that, for a couple years, but it was not out of control. I guess you could say more of an abuser than I was an alcoholic. I drink so much one night and then wouldn't drink for 4 or 5 nights, drink a ton and then drink none, and it hurt seeing all these people go through that. And it came to light that I remember when I first retired, I think his name was Josh. He worked with us, and I always thought something was off with him. It's like, something's not going on with this guy. I found out last year, ran into an old friend who messaged me out of nowhere. Hey, man, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Hey, did you hear about Josh? I go, no, what happened? Well, he passed away. I'm like, what happened? He was younger than I was. And they said, you didn't know? And I, what do you mean? That dude was always going out, taking breaks to his car, gurgling vodka. I'm like, what?
wow.
You don't even know it when these people are doing it. They're functioning alcoholics and stuff. And he was a young guy, brilliant guy, had his life together, I thought, was doing well in his career. And like with your friend, he died of liver failure. And it kind of just had me like, dang, didn't see it, even though I thought to myself, something ain't right with this guy. And lo and behold, that's what it is. But he never reached out for help. He just did his thing. He was single, no kids, no wife. Just when he went home, that's what he did. Got up in the morning, that's what he did, 24/7.
Yeah, you bring up a really good point that sometimes we don't see some people what they're going through. I'm pretty sure nobody at work saw what I was going through, for the most part. But this the whole death of James kind of really opened up a lot of people's eyes. Some people not so much, but others, yeah. I talked to another Marine that were stationed together. His name was Tony. Um, and we were just talking about it, and he's like, man, this is insane. Like, I'm going through some of the same stuff. And then I started talking to him. I opened up to him just like I'm opening up to you guys. And he's like, dude, I am going through the same thing. I was like, well, let's help each other, because we can, and so, sometimes talking about it, actually, you're doing good.
Yeah.
I hate being vulnerable. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't even going to show my camera. I was going to show my face, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Well, good. If it was a first time face reveal for everybody on your channel, well, there you go. Yeah. But your kitty is so cute. Why, thank you, Blue Moon. But I have literally talked to tribe members on here, be it texting, just talk one person in particular, and I've seen them here in the chat talk for hours, having family issues and stuff like that. We just talked. Totally different subjects, just talk it out. And from what I understand, it helped. We've always been there for a tribe member. I talked to one other tribe member, and how you doing? You doing okay? Well, I'm living on ramen. Not going to happen. I'm sending you some money. No, you don't have to. No, but I'm going to. I'm not going to sit there and eat ramen all day, just help them out and not ask for anything in return. It's just what this community does, what me and Can have tried to build together, and we like giving advice, life's experiences and stuff like that. And some things like yours, never had a DUI and stuff like that, I can just give you what paths I've walked in, what I've seen, and what I've learned from it, and go from there. And we've been successful at it, I think. Yeah. And I hope you oh my God, John Jacobs always throws me off with his chat, but getting two channels together, all we can do is just spread the good word, because not enough people talk about it, because it's a touchy subject. Yeah. like you said, let your guard down a little bit. But you know what? At 52 years old, I ain't got a lot of guard left in me, man. So, I don't, I don't have that strength I used to have, but mentally a lot better than I was, as a 20-year-old. You thought you were invincible. Ain't nobody going to hurt me. Yeah, you learned that the hard way. But, the military, I mean, unless you've walked in those shoes, man, it's always on the go. You're expected to, it's crazy. And it does drive them to drink, do other things, whatever, and just not recover from it. And that's why I like getting in here, all the members that we got talking out. You always got a friend, that little Toy Story song, you got a friend in me. Well, here I am. I'm sure you would do the same thing for anybody in your channel.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Another important thing is to just be mindful of your spouse, I guess. My wife was she was on me, to the point where I just thought she was just trying to control me. And that would really get me aggravated. But I eventually realized that she just wants the best for me. So just stay on top of your spouses, be there for them, and encourage them, just like just like my wife did, and pray for the best, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on. I know somebody's dying to come up here, a fellow devil dog, our buddy Gypsy Wolves.
Oh, nice. I've never met Gypsy.
Gypsy's a good guy. He's out there on the left coast in Rancho Santa Margarita. I sent him a link, Gypsy. I got your link, buddy. Don't blow my phone up anymore. Good guy. He really wanted to talk about this too, because he's probably got a good story that'll help out in this topic and stuff like that. And my brother Can, if he wants to come up, he will as well.
Right. That's my wife. Back to the roots. Thank you very much, love.
Look at you. Good job. You got you a good one there.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah. I mean, I know I got me a great one too. She's as supportive as ever with me and all these little endeavors I like to do. And that's why for the last 2 weekends, we'll kind of go off topic for a little bit. I have to say it. We got our Disney passes back because my wife said, that's it. I haven't been to Disney in 5 years. Listen, 2 weeks ago, we went to, what do they call it now? MGM and the Magic Kingdom. Buddy, I thought I ran 15 PFTs. All right. I was done. And then last weekend, we went to Epcot and Animal Kingdom. So now we've gone through all 4 parks, but you know what? That's not enough. She just had to get that in quick. So we did it. My calves are on fire. My arms are killing me. But you know what? It's like, ooh, starting to get back into shape, y'all.
It feels good.
I'll tell you what, getting out and walking takes your mind off of it. Coming up with a new hobby. I've told everybody else, find another hobby. Now, look, we all like coins, currency, stalking, silver, and all that stuff like that. But look, like gambling, you can get in a lot of trouble with this. But look, it's a marathon. Just pace yourself, man. Just pace yourself.
It is very addicting. And I have
it is. And Can I sent you the link as well. Gypsy, you as well. But like with anything in life, it's you just got to pace yourself. Moderation, man. You know, it's okay to drink. Just do it in moderation. I don't know if you, since that incident, I mean, have you given it up totally?
I have actually haven't drank in the last 3 months, going on 4.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Now, why are you showing me this? You know I don't like you, right? You know they can hear you. You better put that thing on mute or whatever you're doing. No. You go get from me. Get away. No.
It's for my niece, not me.
Oh, that's a beautiful dog. Was it golden?
No, it's not. You're not helping me any.
Yeah.
She does not need another dog.
She does, because I need to babysit it.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
it. Oh my
it,
God.
guys.
Hold on. Let me. I gotta try and invite people again. Copy. It worked for you. Compose. Let me send this email out again really quick. Try again.
That's
Wait.
awesome, Tom. I'm glad.
All right, Gypsy, try again, buddy. But drink so much to the point where you black out, or is it like call it time travel? All right. Well, we can have some humor about this. All right.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I got a lot of stories, and I laugh at
Listen,
them.
I mean, I do now. Yeah. Um, well, let's just say in Iraq, you did a tour in Iraq or Afghanistan
Yeah.
or both.
I went Iraq.
Okay. I was at TQ. You know that you're at Tatum?
Yeah, got him. Yeah.
Okay. So I was there, but apparently I became the guy that knew how to get things. You know, you're not supposed to gamble in Iraq, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, we used to play poker all the time. Guess who used to sit to my right side of me? The base sergeant major.
Oh, nice.
Base sergeant major goes, "Hey, Gunny, heard you know how to get things." I can. He slipped me some cash and said, "Get me some Jack Daniels." Okay.
You got it.
Got him some Jack Daniels. You know, I was that guy. I could get you things in Iraq. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was out in Al Assad. I was there for 13 months, and I was the. Did you ever fly in the helos to different fobs or?
Hell no. I wrecked in a helicopter once. Hell no.
So I used to be with those guys that would get them on and off from the helos.
Right.
And so I had a lot of access to getting people on flights, hooking people up with seats, because I could talk to the pilots through SIPRNet. And,
Yes, sir.
yeah, so I would actually, hook up a lot of. I just like to interact with people, and if you were nice, I want to get you what you need. So I got a really close relationships with certain contractors, and they would give me certain presents.
Man, see, you like me. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You said Al Assad, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you guys have like Taco Bell and McDonald's and all that stuff?
Yes, we did. We had Subway.
Oh, killing me, man.
Well, hold on. I really didn't get a chance to go too often because that was inside of the base. We actually lived on the flight line in like tents.
Okay.
So it wasn't that often that we got to go down to. They even had salsa night. Believe that.
We had chow hall food for 9 straight months. I didn't get any of that.
Yeah, you would need some laxatives to go with that.
Ooh, listen, you are not lying. Now, look, I will tell everybody this, though. The best chow I ever ate in the military was in Iraq because we used to get Alaskan king crab, ribeye steaks, buddy. We were living good. TQ fed us good, okay? Yeah. But it would have helped every once in a while getting some fast food. You know what I mean?
Were you there for the Marine Corps birthday?
Yes, I was.
Did you guys get beers?
I didn't even touch it because I wasn't gonna mess with it because I knew the people that were, and guess who ended up wrangling up all the drunk staff NCOs? I saw it coming. I wasn't gonna play that game.
So we were there for the Marine Corps birthday. We were there 13 months, so we passed every single season and everything. So we got to see snow and all that. But in the chow hall, we got 2 beers each for the Marine Corps birthday. Well, those tickets, they weren't actually assigned to us. So we can sell them or buy them, and people were buying them for $50 for beer.
Wait till I tell you a story here, but we're gonna let our other devil dog get in here. There's Gypsy Wolves, S.G.T stacking. There you go, buddy.
What's up, Gypsy?
What up, Devil?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah, it's a touchy topic. I mean, I know all the 13 years I was in, everyone was always drinking, and go out to Okinawa and you're either a PT stud, you're a Bible thumper, or you're an alcoholic. It's just what you do.
Yeah.
You don't have much out there to do. And it was tough too, coming from, my dad was a severe alcoholic. He used to beat my mom like pretty regular, pretty bad too. and my older brother when he would try and get in the way of it. So it was just kind of like the thing our family did. So going through the Marine Corps and everything, going to Okinawa, going to Iraq, going to 29 Palms. I mean, they're out in CAX. During the day, you're doing all the training. At night, hey, you're drinking. You know, you're drinking with all your buddies. That's camaraderie, you know.
You were in that old school Corps, that CAX.
I was both. I was
okay.
both. I was there when it was CAX. I was in from 98 till 2011.
Okay, so you went through Mojave Viper as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then my first duty station was up in Bridgeport. So I did like all the training. I did mountain warfare and cold weather. I did the desert and I did the jungle warfare. But like kind of like you though, I mean, after all that drinking, when I got out, you know, first off in the Corps, I got a DUI when I was a sergeant the first time. I didn't drink that much, and that time probably could have gotten out of it, but also thinking back in my life, it could have been like a red flag of things. I might still be in if it wasn't for that, because the only reason I chose recruiting duty later on was try to combat basically that DUI and eventually get staff NCO. And then when I was out on recruiting too, you know, I was drinking all the time. You know, I was go to work all day, 14, 50 recruiting, and then I'd come home and I'd be, you know, drinking a nice big glass of vodka and Monster.
Yeah.
And basically kind of my performance and kind of a bad staff NCO was the reason I'm not in anymore. But then I got out like you. I tried to go to the PD, LAPD, and didn't get in. And I just started going deeper and deeper into a depression where I was drinking like 4 or 5 big cups of Jack Daniels and Coke every night. Like, you know, the big bottles of Jack Daniels you get at Costco?
The handles?
The handle!
No, bigger than that, probably.
God dang.
I would go through one of those every 2 or 3 days. I mean, I was drinking bad. I mean, I was homeless at the time. I got homeless after a while. I'd go out drinking Uber. Luckily, I got a car from Uber. Basically, you pay $250 to them every week or something, and you can rent the car to do Uber. And I would do that all day, and then at night, I would sit there for how many ever hours and have 2 or 3 of those before I had to go to work in like 3 or 4 hours. And
how long ago was that, Gypsy?
That was 2016, 17, maybe-ish and stuff. Yeah, I was basically became a functional drunk. You know, I just drinking all the time, and my biggest motivation in life was to finish my workday and go home and have a drink.
Yeah,
that was it. You know, I had a little relationship with this girl that she kind of needed me when she needed me, but then basically said I wasn't good enough to be with. So that didn't make me feel good. So got even more depressed. And it finally, right before the pandemic, I met the girl that I'm dating now. And basically she started dating me, started liking me, started getting a hotel room for me like all the time. And I'm not saying I took advantage of her, but I liked not being in my car sleeping at night. But the problem is I continued drinking every single night. And I started being abusive to this woman that was trying to basically save my life and change my life. That went on for a year until finally she left me because of the alcohol. I basically went to, something was going on with my kids at the time where I had to go get custody of my daughter. I came home from the airport and all her stuff was gone out of this apartment that she got for us. Everything was gone. And basically, for some reason, a couple weeks after that, I started going to AA and stopped drinking completely for almost 2 years.
Awesome.
And fortunately, I kind of got back into her life, and we're, off and on. We're dating now, and she saved my life basically, though.
Now, Nick's wanting to know: did getting involved with the coin community that help you as well?
It definitely has. I definitely wish I would have had the coin community a couple years before.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, it's helped me immensely since. Immensely, it's saved my life 1 or 2 times in a way, also.
Right.
So it's good having. When I got out here, like you're supposed to have the camaraderie of other military members in the community. I was like at a totally different age. I was 20 years older than probably a lot of the military people that were here at the college or at these different organizations. And so I didn't really feel like I fit in. The Marines and the military members I'm meeting in this community, I feel like I belong. And so it's helping a lot.
Even though we make fun of you, we love you, but in all seriousness, though, it's our family, and another family member's here if he decides to take his blackout away. Our brother Can. He and I have many conversations with other tribe members and stuff like that, and Can has gotten so much better. We've said this live before. There were times where he'd go dark and not want to talk. And he's come to trust the tribe. And, when people don't hear from him, the first person they call, who do you think they call? Me. Okay. They call me. And I'm like, I don't know. We laugh now. But then it's like, dude, you got to tell me you're okay. You got to tell me you're okay. And he's better. And now he does. And hopefully he comes back and I didn't scare him away. But there was a time where he would go dark for whatever reason, and finally we've seen his progression. He's gotten better. We've seen everybody in the tribe who's had issues. We've tried to pick them up, and hopefully just a little bit goes a long way for him, and we've done it for him. And same with your channel. I want to do it, don't do it, Oscar, not the other name. Hopefully you got your people out there. Like, this is a channel you chose because you like the vibe and you feel good here. It's a family you choose to be around,
Yeah.
And I love the people that we got here. It's almost 4 years in the making. We've been doing this. We don't put out nearly enough content that we should. Sorry, we're babysitting 3 dogs. Thank you very much. But when we get on here and talk about a topic like this is huge, man. It's good for everybody, not just singling one person out. It's good for everybody. Just know that you got a friend out there you can talk to. You know what I mean?
And to answer Texas Stacker's question, the drinking age did change to 21 on base.
Yeah.
But that didn't stop her from getting it. So
in Okinawa, I think it was 18 to buy beer and 21 to booze when I was there.
Okay.
I don't know anymore. Like I said, I've been retired 14 years almost now.
It's 21 now everywhere for everything now. I mean, we had people bitching about it, like, why can't I do this? I can die for my country. And it's like, well, trying to look out for people,
Yeah. But this is definitely good medicine. When you come and find a community you like the coins, dear God, I am kind of jealous. I see that devil dog you got, that silver one in front of you. When you show us your display,
yeah,
bro, we got to talk. You know what I'm saying?
That's from Silver and Gold Stack Attack. He was here earlier.
Hey, man. How many ounces is that?
I think like 11 or 12.
Okay, we got to talk. I just, it's a devil dog. And there's this perfectly good open spot for it in one of my cases behind me.
My brother, Silver and Gold Stack Attack, he hooked me up. I sent him the silver, and he just did
Hey,
it for
go
me.
for Pedro.
V for
Well,
P's in here.
So all you got to
Yeah,
do is send him 11 ounces worth of silver?
Well, I don't know. He just wanted to. So initially, he started with his. This is what he came out with for his channel rounds. I just kept bugging him, and I was like, "Dude, I gotta get a silver one." He's like, "No, dude, it's gonna be too expensive." I'm like, "I will pay it." He's like, "You know what? I'll tell you what. Just send me the silver, and I'll do it for you." And so I did. I sent him the silver. I sent him a little extra for as a thank you. But yeah, man, he hooked me up.
That's awesome. See?
He has a. I don't know what he used. I think he used. He says he used a belt buckle. But that's a big. It's a monster.
Well, now somebody said, Mark B said, where's the K-bar that was made for you?
Oh, Breach, my brother. This is what he made. Breach.
Oh, my man. Looky here. Hold on.
What?
Bro, look at that.
It's double-sided too.
What?
All right. I changed my mind. Can you put me down for one of those?
Yeah, we need to contact Breach. He needs to
Breach
be
does
sending that to all
some.
the Marines.
He does some amazing work. And here's something that this is made by Herman.
Oh,
What
yeah,
is
I
that?
saw Herman's pores.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, are those
Good night, Dr.
sandcast floors or what?
Oh yeah, they're sandcasted.
Wow.
They're all sandcasted. That's the real pores right there.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk. Was it Breach with the K-bars, and who does the others?
Herman does the whole body bulldog, and the other one, the massive one, that is Silver and Gold Stack Attack.
All right. Well, you can tell Breach I want a K-bar. Do I have to send him
Yeah,
silver?
same.
Tell me what I got to do.
Oh no, he has plenty of silver.
Okay. That's awesome. I need me a K-bar for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's see if Brother Can do this again. He got his tech. He's trying. He's got to get his camera going. Hey, Can, I would say screw using OBS if you are. Just go straight. You know, I don't even know how to, the right word I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it was cool. Just yesterday, I think it was, I got a newsletter from the VA. And I guess there's some guy that runs a radio station, and they're giving free classes to all military, but anyone that wants to learn how to do a podcast, they're giving free classes. They'll actually teach you how to use like different soundboards and different equipment. I think they even might gift some of the equipment to certain people. So if you guys get the VA newsletter, you might look into it and stuff. I mean, we're already doing some of that, but if you need some updated equipment or some lessons on how to do certain things, it's out there.
Now, here I go again. Oscar, get it right. Did you get VA disability or no?
I did.
Would you, not to be nosy, but I'm going to be nosy. What did they get you?
40.
Okay.
I didn't really claim much. Like I said, when I was getting out, I really didn't care. They gave me for scars. Who doesn't have scars? They gave me for tinnitus. Everybody got tinnitus. If you shot a rifle, you got it. And then the other one was, I messed up my shoulder bad. So they got me for that.
My big one, what got me my 90% was sleep apnea.
So I have that too. It's diagnosed by the VA, but I gotta talk to the doctors about it.
Look, you can do like this dude did recently. He got his 100%, so stay on top of it, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I got mine for sleep apnea, PTSD, and TBI, my back, tinnitus, a couple things, of course. Yeah. But yeah, you got to keep on them. Depression, mental. Yeah.
Well, that's not what I meant. I was just going to say that that big metal plate
you got
in
to
your
keep
head.
them on, though, because I got out in 2011. I didn't file my first claim until 16 or 17, and they gave me 20%. Just recently, for
Stop it.
some reason, I decided to go back at it. They raised all my stuff that was low before up, and then they actually started to recognize the other stuff. So keep on them. It's a hot mess. Yeah, look who's talking. Yeah,
But,
take someone to know them, Nick.
And this is the good part of the humorous part we like to talk about, because, you know, Oscar and Gypsy both talking about their disability and my sleep apnea and all that. I mean, it helps to get this out, believe it or not, even though you're bragging about Gypsy gets more of a disability check than I do, but it is what it is. But man, it's a lot of work to get that, because your body hurts and you need to get paid for it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's a hard process. Some people don't even want to claim because of how hard the process is, but you got to take care of yourself. You deserve it. Your family deserves it.
Yeah.
Well, the one big thing too, as Marines, we are taught to not go to medical for anything, to not be the medical lawyer, you know, and always whining about things, you know, walk it off, you know, suck it up. That's it, you know,
Yeah.
and that goes with the drinking too. Don't ask for help. You know, that's kind of, you know, we got to be tough. And yes, there's a reason for that, and there's a time and place for that. But when you come home at night, you should be able to decompress, and when you get out, you should be able to decompress and get back into society. Go to the doctor, tell them what's wrong with you, what you need, and reach out to other, you know, vets. And that's part of what that VA thing was for too, to get on the radio and start talking to other vets like this, you know, and sharing your stories. That helps get a lot off your shoulders.
And it's so much easier to get in touch with people now. It's just like, hey, you're in Illinois, you're in California, I'm in Florida. Boom, we're all here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason we all can't work together, talk to each other and stuff like that. We're all right here in front of us. You know, we're right here.
And I mean, pretty much we've all been through, in a way, the same things, you know?
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with Kraken Travis?
Yes.
Yeah, he wanted me to show this. He sent me this I think last year.
Bro, look at this.
Oh, that's cool.
Did he make that?
So he bought it and he sent it to me in pieces, and it took me a little bit to figure out how to put them together. Because it didn't come with instructions.
Oh, so you're not very good without instructions, are you?
No. I do things like dummy style. That's why
I can
Barney
relate.
style.
Yeah, I do stuff by the numbers, as we call it.
That's it. That's it.
By the numbers, Barney style, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took my math for Marine.
So we'll get to lighter topics. We'll bounce back and forth, but because the Coin Tribe doesn't know you as well, what is your goal? Do you stack silver? Do you fill books? Or yes?
You're asking me, I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about what Gypsy wants. We care about our guests.
Are you a numismatic guy, or are you a stacker, or somewhere in between?
I am a stacker now, getting into numismatics. So,
now, when you say, but are you getting all the dance goes? You're going to fill those up? I mean, what is your goal?
I just started filling out the boots, or the dance go albums for the $50, the dimes. I haven't started with the quarters, but I got a lot of 90%, like a lot, that I really haven't gone through the dates. So I'm just grabbing them as I go and just filling them up.
I think I saw one of your videos. Didn't you get a big bag of Constitutional not long ago?
Oh, I'm not too sure. No, I haven't gotten much lately.
Okay.
But I mean, I did pick up quite a few tubes of beautiful BU Benjis.
Maybe that's what I saw. Maybe those, yeah.
Yeah, 1963.
Now,
Well,
what
if
do you
you
think?
need to fill a book of Eisenhower half dollars, I got them all sitting here at my house. I got you, except for the 73s. You're on your own.
Now, if you had to, what's your coin numismatic wise, and what's your coin, or what do you like to stack? You know, both of those.
So numismatic, I would probably have to go with the Morgans.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I love the
The
Morgan
older
dollar.
one.
Yeah, I haven't got myself a 60 yet, but I will someday. And then what was the other question?
What do you like to stack then? Do you like stacking silver, gold, bars,
Yeah.
rounds? What?
Silver bars, 10-ounce bars.
Silver bar.
Oh,
Nice.
so you go big. You ain't going. You ain't doing like me. You got a 1 ounce American flag. I got a 5 ounce. Or no, I'm skipping right to the 10s, huh?
Yeah, I like to keep it very nice and just. I'm very OCD. So they got to
Okay.
be nice in capsules and then stacked on top of each other nicely.
The
Yeah.
only 10 ounce I've had that I really love, I had to sell it, but I'll get one back, is a 10 ounce Britannia. I love how it feels and how it looks.
Ah.
And nice.
Those are nice. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I have a soft spot. Yes, I like collecting just whatever. I got NASCAR die casts. I mean, I got everything. But I love the Eisenhowers. It's inexpensive. I mean, I think I got a monster box full of those by now. When I find a deal on Eisenhowers, I just buy them because that was my favorite coin when I was a kid. When my dad used to hand me an Ike and I'd go to the store and waste it, on candy. But I had fun doing it.
Yeah, I bet that brings a lot of memories.
Oh, so many, man. And my wife goes, "How many Ikes do you need? If I can get them for face value, I'm buying them all." So, like I said, I got a box of them. If you're trying to put your Dansco together, I can send them to you. But I will tell you this: the hunt for them's more fun than just some random guy sending them to you.
Yeah. I got an LCS. I'm pretty lucky. I got an LCS that really takes care of me.
Sorry about that, JJ. Sorry.
Oh, JJ was in the movie?
Yeah.
Blue Moon Bee, I do remember when Vegas took those. Very, very vaguely, when I was there in 1990, they did have slots that still took those when I was there. So it was kind of cool. But now, I tell everybody when you're doing your Danscos, do you do coin roll hunting through boxes?
I haven't got myself one of those $500 boxes, but I usually go to the bank and get like $200 worth of whatever
Okay.
we got.
That's a lot of fun. It's the quickest way to fill your book up. You should be able to do it quite fast doing it that way. We did the Kennedy's. It was no problem at all. The quarters, yeah, it gets a little more expensive when you're looking for a couple of the ones in the 40s, the key dates and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, I'm working on a peace dollar book in the Morgans. I know for a fact I'll never ever fill the Morgan out because I just don't have that much money. Okay. I got my Benjis done, the Ikes. Me and the wife are working on these are for her. She likes to do in the Roosevelts and the Walkers. But other than that, I am doing a bit of a change up. I'm really, really getting more into older currency. It's a lot of fun. I spent a good amount of money on currency at the fun show this year, and I had a blast doing it. So if you've never gone to the fun show here in Orlando, you need to get down here in January. You would lose your mind.
Awesome. Yeah, maybe I will.
So much stuff. I mean, we've been getting together, the Coin Tribe and the members. We've been doing it. This was our 3rd year in a row we've gotten together, and we keep getting bigger and bigger. So, just get with us and let us know if you plan on coming down.
Yeah, it was
Good
fun.
deal. Yeah, I got some friends over in Tampa, so I can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
You got
and if Gypsy comes, he's going to rent his own car this time, and he'll drive you around.
Gunny didn't like being my driver?
No, that's all you get. That's your one.
Nah, Gunny's my
Gypsy,
Uber every time.
drive me around. If you drive me around, Gypsy, I'll give you a 10-ounce Britannia bar.
Done.
Well, look, you're not allowed to come, Gypsy, because Nick wants to come, and she's not coming here if you do.
What? Whatever. We just won't tell her I'm coming.
Yeah, no, I won't do that.
But hey,
But-
Nick is offering a service in chat. She will organize your coins and send them all back for free. She's OCD. She likes doing stuff like that. She loves
Yeah,
organizing.
she's told us about all that.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, Gypsy, never mind. My wife says road trip. I
There you go.
guess my wife's driving. I'll still hook you up with the 10-ounce bar. Don't
You
worry.
Back to
Oscar,
the
do you
roots.
know
That's
the
her,
Coin Crew channel?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. Yeah.
Angel and Keith, they're up in Michigan. They drove down, not the past one, the year before, and they were down here.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, so there are a bunch of people. One of our guys, Big E, he comes down from Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's I've seen Big E around.
Big E goes on everybody's channel. He's an awesome guy, man. Everybody needs to have
Yeah,
Big E
yeah.
as a friend. I'm just gonna warn you: be careful about Gypsy. You know he is a jarhead. Just be careful.
What?
I
Wait,
think,
what?
I think we're getting along just fine.
I didn't hear anything.
I know how to have fun, but I can do it reasonably too, or responsibly.
Yes, he does.
Gypsy, you were telling the story, and it brought me back memory. So you said you were 13 years in, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was. It's like the exact same for me. That's what I was trying to do after my DUI. I was just trying to prove myself that hey, I messed up. I'll be back. But unfortunately, I didn't have that time. So I think in like 2010, they dropped Obama when Obama came in. They dropped the requirement to pick up staff NCO
Oh,
from 13 years to 10.
yeah.
So that was their way of getting people out,
yeah.
you know. And unfortunately, the year that I was up for I was in zone, you know. They didn't recommend me for it, so that's what happened. But I was hoping that they would have changed it back to 13, and I would have a few more years to redeem myself.
Yeah.
But that didn't work.
See,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of woulda, shoulda, couldas. I mean, I wish I also would have done drill instructor instead of recruiting. I mean,
Dude.
I would love to be in still right now. You know, I wanted to do 30 years. I love the Corps, and it's still hard for me to deal with not being in, you know. And it's been how many years since? I mean, I got out in 2011. It's 2024. I'm still not over it because it was a big part of it still is a big part of my identity and always will be. You know, once a Marine,
Yeah.
always a Marine. So,
Absolutely.
like you did, I tried the LAPD. I had credit problems at the time. They told me to come back. I tried the Orange County Sheriffs, didn't make it through the interview. You know, there's been a couple things. Now I'm just going to try and do like maybe TSA, or I've thought about Border Patrol, but I don't know. Being out in the middle of Texas, I'm not sure. But, you know, I want to do something still in government.
They got Border Patrol up here too in the north.
Well, they have, yeah, that's true. And they have it here
Custom.
Cali and San Diego, but right now, you know how it is in the Marine Corps, needs of the whatever organization. If they need me in Texas, they're going to put me in Texas, you know. I'm sure it's like, you know, like I said, like the Marines. You'll probably go the first year wherever they want you, and then maybe the second or third duty place they put you, they'll put you where you want to go.
Yeah. My first duty station was in Camp Lejeune.
Ah, nice.
Oh my God.
You said Camp Lejeune was your first one?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
That was my last one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mine
I was there for
mine was Bridgeport, so that was cool.
Bridgeport. I'm assuming that's Bridgeport, Virginia.
Bridgeport's in California. It's the very top, next to the Nevada Tahoe border, basically. Cold weather training, mountain warfare training. What's that?
Oh no, that's okay. So that's a schoolhouse.
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, it's the schoolhouse is the mountains. Basically, you learn how to skin a rabbit. You learn how to build a snow shelter, snowshoe marches, telemarketing skiing, which is basically you're locked in the front, but the back you're not locked into the binding. So it's a different type of skiing and all that. I was permanent personnel there, putting all the Muse through. That was part of their training to get MARSOC trained.
Now, what was your last duty station, Oscar?
Miramar.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
nice.
How was that?
It was a shocker to me. So my second duty station was INI Chicago, and
Bro, you were at
it
home.
was it was an infantry battalion. So it was nuts. There was like no accountability. Everybody just does what they want. It was a good time. So going back to the fleet, that was a shocker, especially Miramar, because Miramar is actually not bad. It wasn't bad enough, but
that's
just
not too bad.
no, it's definitely way better than Camp Lejeune. I was thinking I was going to go to Pendleton, but the only reason I got Miramar is because the monitor, when I was in Chicago, I was trying to go DI. I put in a package,
Nice.
and I was almost for sure I was going to get it. I mean, I had almost a 300, 297 PFT.
Nice.
My rifle range was awesome. I was in really great shape, and I love to yell. So, so I thought it was perfect, But the monitor said, "Nah, we got." I don't know what it was, but he said that it was too many people in my MOS in B billets, so they couldn't keep sending people out. So he's like, "I'll make you a deal. I'll send you to Miramar. They got an opening there, and you're right down the street." So I thought it was like my foot in the door, But
yeah,
that's like you, Gypsy. I wanted to be a drill instructor too. I thought it was an awesome thing, but in all reality, I think it was actually a blessing because I had, for a very long time, even after the Corps, I really had an anger problem. I mean, I had a really serious anger problem, and I think that would have just intensified it. And my wife, we got married when I was in Miramar. My wife wouldn't have put up with that crap.
And realistically, I think that's the reason why it's good that I didn't join the LAPD. The way that people have no regard for authority anymore, especially kids, I probably would have gotten in trouble. I mean, my anger, it's like, so I mean, things happen for a reason. So you weren't neither of us were meant to be drill instructors,
Yeah.
That's how you got to look at it now, I guess. We are where we're at for a reason.
Did you guys hear what happened to the 5 Marines over in Miramar?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was CH-53 went down in the mountains.
Okay, I did hear that. Okay, and they couldn't get to them because of snow or something.
Yeah, it was really bad weather.
Oh geez.
Yeah, they didn't even know that thing just like disappeared. No communications, no nothing. It was like gone. They had to go search for it.
Big Apple, what's up?
Now this was back before, before Miramar, we had El Toro. That's where I was.
Oh yeah.
I was on a CH-53 Delta, the old ones, and we wrecked on that bad boy. And when you talk about, hey, did you ride any helicopters in Iraq? Hell no, you couldn't get me on a helicopter today. My wife and I, we were in Charleston, and they were doing helicopter rides. My wife goes, "Ooh, let's go." I'm like, "No." So
I remember my first time in a helicopter was out in Iraq.
Yeah.
It was a CH-53, and I was in there, and oil was just spitting through, and I'm just like looking at the guy next to me. I was like, "Is that normal?" I started getting a little worried. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's normal." He's like, "If you don't see oil spilling, then be worried."
That's what I've always heard too. They tried to get me, because we were in Iraq when the Ospreys first deployed out there in 2007, and they were like, "All right, all you guys, we're going riding on a Osprey." I'm like, "You're going on an Osprey, not Gunny Young."
Yeah, I go no.
No, hell no.
I didn't ride one of them, but I heard they're definitely something to something to remember.
I'm good, man. I like, last year before, we went to Corpus Christi, Texas to visit my brother. We were on an airplane, obviously. Buddy, I was just squeezing. I hate flying. Can't stand it anymore. Nope.
Yeah.
Can't figure it out. Gee, does anybody know what started that? There's my PTSD, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, the wreck wasn't that bad, but it was still an eye opener that when that thing went down, you're like, and the landing gear pops up by your feet, you're kind of like, isn't that supposed to go down? Oh my God. So
Mark B.
it was an
Mark
eye
B.
opener for sure, but you know, I would do it if I had to, but I ain't doing it because the Marine Corps says, hey, you're going on a ride. No, I'm not. I'll walk.
Yeah. Mark B says you couldn't pay me to get on an Osprey. Yeah, I've heard a lot of them would go down quite often.
Oh yeah, when it first started, that first year or two, heck yeah, all the time.
Over here stateside too, right?
Oh yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Well,
I'd probably
see,
still
Nick's
get on
not
one.
wrong. Nick said Bangor was good to us. You know, we fly to Bangor, Maine when you're on your way to Iraq. It was one of the funniest welcoming parties you ever get. There were people there from I want to say the local VFW / I'm not certain what club they were from, but everybody was, you know, older people and stuff like that, always buying us beer and buying us all that. I mean, it was hilarious, but I didn't get to explore Bangor, Maine, Nick, so sorry.
My best was coming back through Texas. I think it was like Dallas or something. That was an awesome welcoming back from Iraq. They were like Boy Scouts and women that were probably in the wax or something back in the day. Like there were so many people, so many different organizations. It was awesome. I mean, unfortunately, you don't see that patriotism right now anymore, but going through Texas, it was awesome.
Yeah, well, when we came home, we went straight from Holland and we landed right at Cherry Point, so we didn't really get any parties other than get off the plane and drive me to the quickest fast food place you can, because buddy, we were wanting some food.
Oh yeah. Always everyone's biggest thing is their favorite burger or favorite meal.
Dude, I didn't care what it was. It was as long as it wasn't chow hall food. It was like, I need something different, man.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about they had a couple things in Iraq and in Dubai and different places, but it wasn't like the food back here, though. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, the best chow hall, I don't know if you guys would agree, but the best chow hall I ever went to was 29 Palms. Believe it or not, it was comp school, and they had the best chow ever. I went there for sergeant's course.
Okay.
I had the option of going to either Quantico or 29 Palms. And there's two reasons why I chose 29 Palms. One, because it was closer to San Diego, and two, because it was probably some of the hardest training there.
Okay.
It was during the and just that sand, those mountains, those hills.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, there was some good training out there. But yeah, that chow hall was probably the best chow I've ever had.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, mine was eating at TQ out there in Iraq. Like I told you, we were ribeyes, king crab. You know, them people fed us good. There were people that told me in Iraq they wanted to come to TQ and eat because the menu was different. I don't know, because that's the only place I ate.
The best I ate at was I was stationed on BIOP for a little bit. My first time when I was in, I was stationed there to watch the trucks as they were put into different convoys, and I was also there being a driver for the generals out to the embassy and the green zone and everything. That chow, that's an army base basically at that time. Their chow was hooked up. I mean,
now let's take a stacker. He said this numerous times tonight, and I got to make sure we say it for him today. But I never ate at any of the chow halls at Kadena, so I don't know. But I did eat at Shepherd Air Force Base, where I went to school. Their food was top notch on that base for sure.
Yeah.
But
I remember Kadena being a good base. I was on Kinser, and Kadena everyone wanted to go to for different things.
Yeah, that's where my base housing was on Kadena.
Well, I'm sure they wanted to go to Air Force Base for different things, Gypsy.
Yeah.
I was eating surf and turf on your tax dollar, V Rose. Think about that.
Let that sink in.
You paid
you know,
extra for those.
to be honest, when I went through basic training over in San Diego, I was really surprised to see Gatorade machines. I'm just like, you can drink all the or it was a Powerade.
Oh,
Powerade. You
okay.
can drink all the Powerade you want.
That's
Like,
awesome.
I don't know, it felt great that it was free. You know, I don't know. I was just, I was grateful for that Powerade.
And you wonder how those service members are eating now. Probably even better than we did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. I spend my time while working. I listen to a lot of stuff, podcasts and stuff like that. And sometimes I just catch myself watching like Black Friday videos again. You know, and for the Marines, people think Black Friday like deals. No, the Black Friday is probably the worst thing you did when you were in boot camp. And so I'll just sit there and listen, and then once in a while I'll glance at my phone, and I saw the recruits were online, and they had to get their boots online. And they lifted them up, and they were the rat boots. And I'm like, man, these guys get rat boots now?
Wow.
Those things are like $250, $300.
Yeah, they get
well,
man.
I still have my. You remember when they came out with those new boots in, let's say, 09, 2010, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
I still have those, and I still wear those. Those, for the way my feet are pretty tore up. Very similar to those, yes.
I bought myself another pair because they're very comfortable.
Listen, those are the best things I've ever put on my feet in my life.
Yeah, I went down last week to Pendleton to get my new ID card now that I'm 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost bought a couple boots because I was looking in there. They had they're not PX, whatever their main exchange is right now.
It's the base exchange.
It's huge, and it has like all that gear in there, like for them.
Yeah.
They're like spoiled there now. But
I went into the uniform shop in Kadena, which is down in not Kadena, McDill, which is down in Tampa, which most people know that's CENTCOM. They do have those boots there that the Marines have now, and they're like $380. I'm like, oh. So at least when these boots finally give out, I'm either going to get them resold, or at least I know I can go on base and go get me some.
Like West Texas is saying though, in uniform, the old Marpat, not the Digi camis. I love the old jungle boots, the green with the black, Gunny. Do you remember those?
You can have those.
Oh, those look
those
so
things tore my feet apart.
They look so tight in the old uniforms, though.
Dude, they were the most uncomfortable thing you can put on your feet, man.
They're there for looks. Come on.
Well, they weren't comfortable, and thankfully we had a general that gave us some comfortable boots. And it was funny. It was the year I retired. I'm like, gee, thanks a lot, there, Commandant.
Yeah.
Because I had foot problems my entire career, but there's nothing you could do about it. I just had to suck it up and do our thing, like we were taught to do.
Yeah, I came in right as they changed, a few months after they changed to digital.
Okay.
And so I never had to use those black boots, but those look very uncomfortable.
They hurt. They really did.
I miss shining them actually too. I miss shining them. I miss.
No, I think that was the biggest waste of time. Because listen, no time ever in the military did they ever say the guy died in combat, but his boots look good. Nobody ever said that.
He had a mirror shine on them.
So, I'll be honest with you. When did I serve, Steve? I was in from 1990 to 2010. But anyway, when I was a gunny, I'm on these meritorious promotion boards. These kids are coming in, glass boots, camis all starched up from here to Kingdom Come. They couldn't ask question one. And I remember asking these guys, I go, how long did you spend on your boots? 3 years or 3 hours, Gunnery Sergeant. I think you should have studied more because you was a dumbass. I didn't care how you polished your boots. Buff them out as long as they look good. That's all that mattered to me.
Yeah. I could do both. I could answer the questions and spit shine a good boot, though.
I could do it, but it was like, why? It's a waste of time. That was just my opinion.
Yeah.
I love the good.
And then they had that stuff everybody got. Remember, you could bake it on your boots. It was called leather luster. You could bake it on your boots, and you didn't never have to polish your boots ever again.
I never messed with any of that stuff.
Oh, it was insane.
No, I did as I was supposed to do. I mean, I starched my camis really nice, had the great cuff on my bicep, had
Mhm.
the spit shine, had my cover all nice and starched, and it was
You know,
just
when they came out with those new
squared
camis
away.
and we didn't have to iron them and no starch, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, you take them out of the dryer and they're already like creased and everything.
Yes, sir. Thank
Looking for
you.
a bottle of Cobra. I miss Cobra. West Texas
Oh,
Factory.
We switched over from Cobra to Bulldog, and I
Bulldog.
bought myself.
Oh, nice.
It was that aftershave. I bought myself a bottle just to, I don't use it. I just smell it once in a while and
I
just
miss
brings back
certain
memories.
smells. I miss the Bulldog smell,
Yeah.
the smell
I
of
thought everybody
CLP.
used to put I thought they used to put CLP on their face.
See,
I miss that smell though too. CLP, hell yeah.
yeah, it does. When I go to the range and I shoot, ARs, I just that gun
Yeah,
smoke just
Oh,
yeah.
brings me back memories. Same with when I go to there's certain places I go to when I smell like oil and it's dark. It reminds me of the time when I was out in the flight line and I would just smell that oil from the helicopters.
Yep.
The oil, you
It
had
brings
the
it.
JP8, the fuel, you had all sorts of stuff
Mhm.
up there.
When I was at El Toro, our shop was right on the flight line, so we were constantly smelling that stuff.
I
Yeah,
do like
and
the
then the
smell
burn
of fried
pits.
chicken. Yes,
Oh, the burn pits. Oh my God.
I don't.
Horrible.
That was not good. I think I would have rather smelled them when they were cleaning out the porta johns than that burn pit.
And did you put in your claim for the burn pits at least, Gunny? The packed
Oh,
act?
yeah, it's there.
Okay.
I mean, they know when I was in Iraq, so it's there.
And Sergeant Stacker, did you put in yours for packed act?
No, I didn't. I read on there. I had the pamphlet, and I didn't meet one of the criterias.
What was that?
I forgot what. I can't remember what criteria I didn't meet. But I'm like, But you know what I did notice is the whole water from the Camp Lejeune.
Oh,
They will only cover certain dates, and they know damn well they didn't change those pipes.
Oh,
We were still
you know what
living in
though?
there.
it wasn't
I would
about
put
changing the
in,
pipes. That stuff was in the water table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you know,
It
both
was.
of you need to put in a claim for both. That's all I'm telling you. Whether you get it right away or not, put in a claim for both. You can always go back and resubmit it or something, but put in a
All
claim
right.
for both. Put it in through someone that knows. Like I said, I went through the state. I went through the state VA, and they helped me figure it out, push it through, and that's how I got my 100. So
Okay.
it's not like we were taught before. Don't put all that in there. Don't talk about what you got and all that stuff. Put everything in there now.
Gotcha.
Have a record.
Well, look, I'm only 10% away, and I know that's a huge pay jump. I might have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, you get something down the road, you always have that in to go back to.
All right. Well, now that we're ending this on a high note, I got to get ready to go. My phone is blowing up on I got a few emails I have to respond to. It has to do with trying to get this job I'm trying to get. Okay.
Good luck.
But Oscar, I'm gonna get this right. I'm gonna get it in my head. Look, man, from one Marine to another, thank you so much for doing this. It meant a lot to me. I know it meant a lot to Gypsy, and hopefully everybody in the chat at least got you a little bit of inspiration that, hey, you're not doing this alone, man. We're all here for you. Look, we're all just trying to have fun. That's the big thing, and sometimes we go down that rabbit hole. We got all these friends around here. We can help pull you out of there, or we'll do something, man. We're always there for you. And that's what all I got to say. I'll let Gypsy say something, and we'll let S.G.T close this off. Gypsy?
Yo.
Your turn, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's a good topic. Like I said, we all sometimes get wrapped up in our own thing, and we think we're the only ones going through something. We all have our little demons. We all have mental problems of some sort, whatever. We all have addictions. Sometimes it's good just to talk to someone, bounce things off of them, get help, get some friends, get some camaraderie, get whatever. You never have to do it alone. You know, just be positive and feed the good wolves.
S.G.T.
Thank you very much, Gunny, for bringing it to me. And I feel honored to be on your channel. I appreciate that. Gypsy Wolf, it's really nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys checking us out. You know, I was zooming through the comments. I didn't want to reply to everybody and cut people off while they're talking, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I read all the comments. And if you guys ever want to reach out to me, I am an open book, and feel free, email me. I talk to a lot of people in the community, and you know, I'm an open book, and I'm willing to help in any way, shape, or form.
Yep. And like I always tell everybody, if you ain't having fun, you're doing something wrong. So get out there and have a good time this weekend. We got, I believe it's that Super Bowl, right? This weekend.
Yep, Sunday.
Go
All right, good
Niners!
luck to whoever. I know he's a Niners guy. To me, when the Super Bowl comes up, that means my sports is starting the week following. The Daytona 500 is just around the corner. So there's a lot to be happy for coming up, guys. You never watch NASCAR? Give it a shot. You might find one of the greatest races ever seen. You know, watch the Super Bowl. Get out there and have some fun. Go. Hey, who are you going for, SGT?
You know what? I got to go with the 49ers. I want them.
Yeah, me too. I have to say that too. But it's one of those, have a friendly bet with somebody. Bet them a Bugs Bunny Benji or something. Get out there and have some fun with this, man. You know? Craig, thanks for those kind words. The biggest thing you can do, guys, you got to get out there and you got to take the world and go out there and have some fun. That's the best advice I can give you. So with that, SGT Stacking, Gypsy Wolves,